Okay, welcome to part 4. We're going to talk about another stall situation, and I'll tell you how we're hooked up. In part 3, we talked about an overfueling condition with the map sensor. Now I want to talk about another situation. I won't tell you what's going to stall this car. I wanted to give some time to analyze it. I'll tell you how we're set up. We're still triggered on the crankshaft, on the crank sensor, on the H channel, the burgundy channel, lower part of the scope. You see the little yellow diamond, that's our trigger. We're on the far left of the screen. We have 2 injector signals, the voltage signals on injector, it looks like injector 4 and injector 1. We're looking at those voltage signals. We're still on ignition. We got a current ramp in the coils. We're current ramping the injectors also. We got the 2 cam sensors, the exhaust cam and intake cam on the on their channels. Let me kind of get a good. Let me show you what the cam sensors look like on this particular Honda. They have a certain characteristic, and I'll show you. I'll kind of tune in on those. We can kind of see what normal. This is in the car running normally. It's a better view. This is a fire cycle, a little more. There's the crank on the bottom. Cam sensor exhaust is purple. Cam sensor intake is yellow. And you can see that. That's right there. That is yellow. The fuel pump, the current ramp of the fuel pump, which you're familiar with. That is that. The current ramp of the ignition coils and the fuel injectors are blue and red respectively. So basically we're triggered and we're driving along. I'll start the scope and take a look at we'll take a look at what causes what happens, and we'll kind of analyze it. Uh-oh. Little hiccup there. I felt something. No time like the present. Let's stop and roll that back. We didn't stall, but we felt a little skip. Let's roll that back and see what might have happened. That's how we're going to learn. I felt a little skip. It never stalled the engine, so that it wouldn't stop the pattern, because the crank sensor always met its requirement. Sometimes we got to work and we got to key in on the situation. Kind of roll, see if we see anything. Everything looks good so far. We'll keep going. Roll here. I felt I heard a skip. Roll by. Okay. No. So maybe it was toward the end of the capture. Well, I guess we didn't get it. Okay. Anyway, that's because it never stalled the engine. So maybe we'll get back to that one later. Anyway, we'll run the scope again. And if I hear that little hiccup, we'll definitely stop the scope and try to capture something. Uh-oh, we stalled. Okay. What do we got? We're going to stop the scope and analyze. Okay. That one sputtered to a stop pretty quickly, so let's roll back. Obviously, the crank did our crank stopped about right here, physically stopped here. The cam stopped a little bit, probably at the same time, but there's obviously there's more teeth on the crank sprocket than there are on the cam sprocket, so that's a little delay there. Let's go back and roll back. We're looking good there. Something starts to, okay, we're starting to, something's funny happening here. Looks like we missed an injector there. We missed one of the injectors. What is our gray channel? And we can also see something. Let's look at our gray channel and take everybody down so we can concentrate. Looks like it was a fuel issue. We can pull everybody away so we don't get a cluttered up representation. Gray is a fuel injector, and obviously we see a missing spot here. We see an injector pattern going down. So let's keep rolling and see if anything gets worse. Okay. Well, it looks like we're missing a pattern. It looks like we lost some injectors. We can infer that